Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace and we're here today with Dominic Mac from Thomson Reuters, and we're talking about the challenges of KYC and client onboarding in financial institutions and corporates. Dominic, thank you for joining us today.
Good to be here.
Firstly, what are the critical industry challenges you've seen in 2017 around KYC and COB?
So we've rerun our independent survey in 2017 to poll over 1,100 corporates and 1,000 financial institutions to ask that very same question. And there were four key things that came out of that survey response. The first was the fact that they're struggling with responding to regulatory pressure. A lot of new regulation means that they're having to collect and verify additional data, with over 72% saying that that's going to incur increased costs. There's associated massive costs of onboarding. Over 150 million is spent by financial institutions in solving for client onboarding each year. And they expect around 13% of our institutions for that cost to increase in 2018. From an ongoing monitoring perspective, the clients have to be able to understand their customers, not just at the point of onboarding, but also at the point of refresh, but also intermittently. There isn't a really clear strategy that has come out in our survey to say that clients are solving for this. Only 11% really have dynamic monitoring capabilities installed, and only a quarter of them check on an intermittent basis for any risk or underlying changes such as corporate actions. And then the fourth point is there's an increase in regulatory interventions such as fines, which is causing financial institutions to reassess their processes and their policies.
And can you tell me, how have these issues impacted client relationships?
I think it's fair to say that financial institutions are making this process a lot better. Our survey shows three significant impacts still on the client. The first is around onboarding times. And having run last year's survey, the average time to onboard was around 28 days. This has moved to 32 days this year, with the longest period of time being 65 days to onboard a corporation. Secondly, there's a significant amount of increased volume of data that is being requested from sporadically by the end client, with different financial institutions asking for different data points. Thirdly, this is impacting client experience, with over 84% of corporates polled saying that they've experienced a negative experience in the onboarding process, and with over 12% of those seeking alternative banking relationships.
And finally, what are financial institutions doing to address these challenges?
So the first thing they're doing is investing into headcount. That's a natural response to an increase in volume of requests and information gathering. That is no longer a sustainable model, as headcount costs are increasing and the availability of skilled staff in this space is no longer sustainable. The second aspect is they're investing into technology. Over 26% of the total client onboarding budget is spent on investments into new technology and new processes to enable a faster and more client-centric onboarding process. The third reaction is to obviously get this onto the radar of the C-suite. Client onboarding and client experience is definitely a board agenda, with edicts coming from the top to be able to solve this issue. And I suppose the fourth and final point is really that clients are looking for more industry-led solutions, such as collective utilities and outsourced operating models.
Dominic, thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.